It's a really interesting question, actually. I think one of the challenges that content marketing has had is that most of it is really shit, and very obviously paid promotional content. And that goes right away from the supplements that you get in a newspaper to the articles that you read on a brand's website. I think the smart companies are thinking about it more as kind of, hey, how do we have content that's maybe not specific to like buy this object, buy these shoes, but if you're a shoe brand, you're maybe talking about running, right? And running tips more generally. If you're Yeti, you're probably talking about an outdoor lifestyle rather than specifically going, hey, the benefits of this cooler are A, B, and C. The people who want to buy that will do that research, but if you're trying to attract a new audience in, I think you need to think about, again, how do you build that relationship with them? How do you build that trust? How do you give them something? How do you give them something that's worthwhile that I might then go, hey, I'll share this on Twitter and become, a mouthpiece for your company, regardless of whether I think I'm doing it or not. So I think there is definitely a role for content marketing. I think just the way that a lot of brands think about it is as a very blunt instrument of like, well, we might as well just make an ad, but make this one 600 words long instead of tiny. And instead, you've got to think about it in a whole different way of like, why would I read that, right? Well, you've got to kind of start with the end in mind. If your goal is to get me to read something and then think, like, make a purchase consideration, well, first you have to think about what is it that I want to read, right? I don't want to read 800 words of marketing copy. I want to read 5 tips on how to get a better pace in my 5K or in my marathon if I'm thinking about a shoe brand. So I think there is an opportunity, and I say this as a former journalist, I think there is an opportunity for content creators to kind of go, hey, we need to think about this in a different way, that we're not doing a PR puff story. We're actually kind of creating something that is a valuable piece of content and is something that I will not only watch or read, but also something that I will tell other people about.